Hi all, welcome back to the new session of MS Excel 365 formula series. My name is Sachin, and in this video we are going to learn a very powerful dynamic formula that is called indirect. So let's start, guys. This formula is very powerful. First we'll see like how it is gonna work and what is the description of this formula. The syntax of this formula is very simple, and if you see, the description of this formula is very simple. This formula says returns the reference specified by a text string. So nothing, this is the syntax only that we're supposed to do. For example, this is the reference text that we're supposed to give as a syntax in this formula. What we can give, we can directly give, for example, I'm giving b5. So here I am getting the reference error because in, if you see, this is blue highlighted and the value has been considered as 32. But on the other way around, if I'm typing like this, I'm getting the result as 32. Why it is happening so? I'll tell you. If you are giving direct referencing for a particular cell, for example, if I have entered equal to, I am just dragging my arrow towards right side, I am getting the signal as b5. So if you see, you can see this b5 in a two angle. One is like b5, it is a reference that we are usually given in a particular formula, or we can consider this b5 as a text value. So here if you see, if I am giving this b5 as a direct value, then it has not been captured. But if I'm giving as a text value, that the value is being considered, because this formula is considering this b5 as a cell, and that cell we supposed to give in a text format. This is the thing that we have to take care while putting this formula. Now if I'm changing this 32 as b2, for example, in b2 if I'm changing, I can directly give this formula as this one, because this b2 is nothing but journal format, and this formula is automatically being captured. And what this formula is trying to do, this trying to do is, what is the value contained in this b5? In this b5 the reference is b2, and this formula is trying to capture what is the value in b2. So basically it is going to b5, where it is fetching the results as b2, and that b2 is text value, and from this text value it is checking what is the value in b2 cell. Like it will go to the b2 cell, this is this one, and this is trying to capture this figure, and this the same result that we are trying to see here. Yeah, we'll see the more uses of this formula. For example, in front of you, this is the list of uh, some sort of random number, I would say, list A and B. If I want to see the result, what is the result in the C8 cell, I can directly, either I can directly press like equal to C8, like that. But by putting this indirect formula, we can't give directly C8, because only text values we supposed to give. So that's why we have made the C as text value, that is inverted comma, and we have entered the 8, like that. So anyway, we are getting the same result. Now coming to the some sort of dynamic part. If we want to see any cell which is like in a same range, for example, here I'm putting the row formula. What the row formula is trying to do, is it is giving me the 7 number. 7 is nothing but my row, and I want to get the result of C7 cell. So what I have done, like I have kept the indirect formula, and C I have taken as text, and on the other way around I have captured the row formula, where I am able to get the 7 as a number. So whatever is there in C7 cell, I'm able to see like that. Jumping to the next part, for example, if we want to get our output as a sum, we can do directly. If you see, if we are manually doing this thing, we are able to get our sum, but in by putting this indirect formula, we can't give. In that formula, what we have to do, we have to make this range as a text format, and then only we can able to get this output like that. So like this we can do. Now jumping to the next part, this is also nothing like whatever is there in C5 cell, I'm just trying to multiply with that, and I can multiply that one also, it is also nothing. One more thing I just want to tell you, for example, if I am giving the reference to a next sheet, for example, I am just moving to the next cell, and this next cell is nothing but my G3 cell. Then in that scenario, how can I give this formula? So in that scenario, what I have to do is I have to make this as a text, and I have to put this formula like this and enter. Because in the calculation G3 cell, I have kept the zero value. Anyway, it is blank, so that's why it is being captured as zero. So in calculation sheet, for example, in the G3, if I'm putting 12, ideally it should go there and the value should be get converted to 12 like that. So you will say like how we can put this formula like in a very dynamic way, how we can put. So I'll give you one example. For example, like I have created three sheets where one sheet name is A, the second one is B, and the third one is C. In this calculation sheet, I want every sheet number like A1 cell reference I want to see, and see like that. And in that also I want my result, whatever are there in particular row. For example, I'm just taking the example of 13 in 3 row only. I'm just taking 3 and 40 like that. So I have considered these three numbers, and I want to get the sum of all this. How I can put this formula? If you directly go, what you can see, sorry, you have to do like this: A13 plus A16 and this. Like you will be able to do some like this, but by using this indirect formula also we can do like do this thing. How we can do? We can simply put this formula like indirect equal to indirect, and the reference text that I'm going to do is this one, and 3 you want to see. For that, what I have to do, I am just copying this thing and pasting there to get the chronology of this formula, like how it is working. I can simply indirect, and I can take the help of what to say, concat formula also, so that I can build this reference dynamically. And what the reference is, first I have to give a, and then sign of exclamation, then what I have to give. Directly I can give this one because, sorry, equal to indirect and concatenate, and first this I have to enter, and then for inverted the sign of exclamation again, and then also I can give the reference of this cell, and then I can simply press 3 and bracket inverted comma close and bracket close like that. If you see, I am getting the result as 13, That is nothing but whatever I can see at this table. This is 13 only. If I'm dragging it down, sorry, what I have done is wrong. Seems fine only. Not sure what is happening here. Okay, so actually every data is being captured in my A3 cell, so that's why I have to give the A3 here like that. Because if you see in every sheets in A3 cell only we have data, so that's why I have to give like A3 cell. So and after that I can simply put this some formula. I can get the results very dynamically. So in that manner, like we can put this formula and we can make this formula very powerful. Along with that, this formula we can blend with another formula is also, like we look up that address then a row we have seen in this example. In the previous example, this there are the multiple combination we can make, and we can use this formula very dynamic way, and we can make our data analysis very effective and efficient. So yeah, we can put this formula like that. So this was all about this video, guys. Hope you like the session. Thanks for watching. Keep like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video, and keep learning. Thank you.